Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kepada Nabi Muhammad bin Insya-Allah wa ajab jannah in qala bihi Nada wal akhir wa ila hadrat Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin arrahmanir rahim maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nawaitu ta'allum wa ta'lim wa tadhakkur wa tadhkir wa nafa' wal intifa' wal ifadah wal istifadah wal hatha ala tamassuki bi kitabillahi wa sunnati rasulih wa du'a ila al-huda wa dalalata ala al-khair ibtigha wajhillah wa mardatihi wa burdihi wa thawabihi amin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wa salatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Wa ba'du. So we continue with our kitab Risalatul Jami'ah by Habib Ahmad bin Zain al-Habshi. So in the last chapter, he mentioned about the disease of the heart, and he continued with the virtues of the heart, ta'atul qalb. So just to recap of the hadith, beware, there is a piece of flesh in the body. If it becomes good, the whole body becomes good. But if it gets spoiled, the whole body gets spoiled, and that is the heart. This shows the importance of purifying the heart. So that's why after actually he's just emphasizing from the disease of the heart. These are the ta'atul qalb, the virtues of the heart, because a good and a clean heart will enable knowledge to enter it. Knowledge does not enter the hearts that are tainted with sins. So this is okay. We go for the matan first. ومن طاعة القلب الإيمان بالله واليقين والإخلاص والتواضع والنصيحة للمسلمين والسخاء وحسن الظن وتعظيم شعائر الله والشكر على نعم الله كالإسلام والطاعة وسائر النعم والصبر على البلاء مثل الأمراض والمحن وموت الأحبة وفقد المال وتسلط الناس والصبر عن المعاصي والثقة بالرزق من الله وبعد الدنيا وعداوة النفس والشيطان ومحبة الله ورسوله وصحابته وأهل بيته والتابعين والصالحين ورضي الله والصالحين ورضي عن الله ورضا عن الله وتوكل عليه وغير ذلك من الواجبات القلبية المنجية. So the translation for that is quite long, the matan. So the translation from the virtues of the heart are belief in Allah, that is iman, certainty, yakin, and sincerity, ikhlas, humility, which is tawadu, and good advice towards fellow Muslims, generosity, keeping good opinion towards others, honoring the rights and sacred sites of Allah, this shi'arullah or shi'arul Islam, gratitude for the gifts of Allah, including Islam, obedience, and all His other gifts, steadfastness, that is sabr in trials, such as sickness, death, the death of loved ones, loss of possessions, and the rule of people, patience, sabr patience in obedience to Allah, patience in avoiding disobedience to Allah, confident about one's provision, rizq, dislike of this world, hostility towards the lower ego, nafs, and towards shaitan, love of Allah, His Messenger and His companions, His family, the tabi'in, the righteous one, satisfaction with Allah, dependence on Allah, and other acts of the heart which are obligatory that can save the heart. So we're gonna go a bit. We're gonna break down some parts of it. First, we go from the virtues of the heart. Believe in Allah. That is iman. So we have went through the Bible, this chapter of iman in the earlier part of the book. Believe in Allah The Quran says, those who, when God is mentioned, feel a tremor in their hearts, and when they hear His signs, find their faith strengthened and put all their trust in the Lord. And the Prophet said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Iman is awareness in the heart, pronunciation by the tongue, and action with limbs. And Imam Umar bin Sumait said, Iman is belief in all the essential things of the religion that the Prophet brought. The essential things of the religion are matters which can be known and understood both by the special people, that is the khawas, and the common folks. Common folks like people like the normal like us, the So from this, the Quran, the Hadith, and also the Kalam of Imam Umar bin Sumait, we can see clearly that Iman is actually, especially from the saying of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, is very clear. Iman is awareness in the heart, pronunciation by the tongue, and action with limbs. So Iman will include, the faith includes the awareness in the heart. That is the most important part, to be aware of the essential parts of Islam, the oneness of God and the mightiness of God, and so on. And then is also pronunciation by the tongue. That means the the pronunciation of by the tongue, which means that ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. This is wajib for a Muslim to say this, in order for him to be considered as a Muslim, unless he is born a Muslim. And then we have went to this part in the earlier section. And action with the limbs. That means do the worships and the acts that are that are commanded by Allah and the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So um, so it's not just the belief in the what there is oneness of God, then you are considered Muslim. No, you have to believe in the oneness of God and the essential things of the religion. This is the meaning of iman. Like Imam Umar bin Sumait said, iman is believe in all the essential things of the religion that the Prophet brought. So whatever the Prophet brought and reached us, we should believe in this. So we cannot separate the Quran and the Hadith. It's it, it is part of the iman. It is part of our religion. You can't just say I believe in the Quran and nothing else. Not the Hadith and not the kalam salaf. No, we reject the scholars. This is wrong. We have to take everything that is brought by the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and the essential things of the religion are matters which can be known and understood both by the special people and the common folks. So that means those things that are unseen and are reserved for the special people, the khawas. These are out of our capacity of understanding. So uh, this is not requested from us. Uh, but of course, uh, if it is given, then it is given to us by Allah. But the essential things of the religion are matters which can be known and understood by both the special people and the common folks. That's what the essential things. This Imam Umar bin Sumit is talking about. That is the meaning. So belief in Allah is to accept and submit fully to the will of Allah and what the Prophet ﷺ has brought, and act upon them as what we have as what we have uh, as what we have said to do, uh, and rather than trying to twist and turn his commands to suit what we think is right or according to what he is inclined to. So we cannot twist and turn Allah's commands. Whatever is in the Quran and in the hadith of the Prophet, that is what we should just submit to. Even if we dislike and we think that this is wrong, we got no choice. I mean, the harder it is, then the more rewards we were gonna get. So a man's faith grows, especially when he submits to commands which go against his own personal opinions and conceptions. Because we are far away from the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I mean, the distant, there's about thousand plus years apart. So of course we have to rely on scholars before us and the narrations of the hadith and the tabi'in and sahabat, the companions of Rasulullah SAW. All these are considered the essentials that we have to believe in. But the main is, of course, the Quran. We have to believe in the Quran 100%. We cannot uh, just take half of it, take whatever you want. And also, it's very dangerous to twist and turn Allah's command according to what we think is right, using our own brain and our own ideology. So, pillars of Islam. This one we have went through. Just go through again. Just a brief one. Pillars of Islam can be summarized as belief in the existence of unicity of Allah, oneness of Allah, and believe in the existence of angels. So believe in the oneness of Allah. Uh, this, this means that there is no God that is no God that is uh, what is that that deserve to be worshipped other than Allah. So He's the only one and none other. Whoever believe in other God than Allah, then he is out of Islam. And we should believe that ours is we should be yakin. We should believe that we are on the right track. Second one is believe in the existence of angels. The existence of angels. Okay, these angels, some ulama says there are thousands. Some they gave a specific numbers, but whatever whichever what is obligatory on us to believe is those those names of angels which are mentioned in the Quran. That's it. Other than that, we are not obliged. It's not obligatory to believe in them, although we can believe in certain numbers according to certain scholars. But the wajib, the obligatory one is the numbers of angels, those names of angels like Jibril, Mikael, Atid, Akib, Atid, and all these. These are the angels that we have to believe in. Then the third one is believe in the books of Allah. So books of Allah mentioned in the Quran, 4. Yeah. Zabur, Injil, Taurat, and Quran or Furqan. Quran is also called Furqan. So these are the 4 books that we have to believe in. It's wajib on us to believe in these 4 books, that these books are from Allah. So if we believe in Quran, but we reject that Taurat, Injil, Zabur is from Allah as well, they are books from Allah as well, then this is not correct. As a Muslim, to have a proper faith, Iman is to believe in the books of Allah. That means all these books are sent by Allah, sent down to us, to the earth by Allah. And some ulama have, some scholars have mentioned that there are 104 books of Allah. I mean, but only 4 is mentioned in the Quran. Wallahu alam. So some have other numbers like 124 and some 114. So, and they say that 60 goes to Shit and another 10 goes to Nabi Musa alayhi salam, and so on. There are this breakdown. We have went through this before. So, but the wajib part, the obligatory is to believe in the 4 books. And of course, we are not obliged to find out the Taurat and Injil and Zabur, where are they and all this. we have to follow the Quran. But we believe there are 4 books that have that have been sent down by Allah. Then believe in Allah's messenger and that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last of them. So we have to believe in all the messengers that are mentioned in the Quran. Those who are not mentioned in the Quran, it's not wajib for us to believe, although we can believe there are like specific number 313 Rasul and all this. The scholars have mentioned certain numbers of Rasul and messengers and prophets and all this. But the wajib part is, the obligatory part is to believe those names that are mentioned in the Quran. And Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our prophet, is the last of them and is the most loved, most loved by Allah, the most perfect creature that is created by Allah is our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then believe in the day of judgment. Oh yeah, and number 4 is believe in Allah's messenger and that Muhammad is last of them. That means we believe that there is no other prophet after our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Muhammad. So he is the seal of the prophet. So there's no more after him. Whoever claims that he is a prophet and shows whatever miracle he have and whatever books or whatever, however uh, good he is or however mighty he is, then we cannot believe, and it is out of the teachings of Islam, because the Quran have mentioned that he is Khatamul Anbiya. He is the Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is the last prophet. So there's no more prophets or messenger or whatever messenger prophet. No more. He's the last one. And the next one is believe in the day of judgment. So we have to believe there is a day of judgment in the hereafter. It is part of our faith, part of our iman. We have to believe that there is life after death, and that we will be resurrected and will be judged according to our deeds. And there is heaven and hell. All these are part of our religion. Then number 6 is believe in qada and qadar. Qada and qadar, be it good or bad, are both from Allah. Qada qadar means whatever has been predetermined by Allah and whatever his is what decreed by Allah. Whether it is good or bad, it is from Allah. Both good and bad are from Allah. And good is from Allah, and bad, whatever He allows us to do bad things, also from Him, because He allows the bad things to happen. If He don't, if Allah didn't allow, then it will never happen. Same for goodness. If Allah allow goodness, then Allah it happen. If Allah do not allow the goodness to happen, it won't happen. So everything is back to Allah. Then the second part, certainty. Certainty is yakin. This one we have went through at the previous chapter of shak, and I mentioned on the opposite, which is yakin. So we just briefly just go through again the same thing. So what is meant by certainty is we have to have 100% certainty, yakin that Allah exists and there is no God that deserves to be worshipped, and that the Prophet ﷺ has brought to us whatever he has brought to us is the truth. Uh, Surah Al-Ikhlas, I said about Surah Al-Ikhlas is a summary of how our belief in Allah should be. Allahu Ahad, Allahu Samad. Allahu Ahad, Allah is, say that Allah is one. Allahu Samad. Samad means he do not need everything or anything, and everything else and anything else need him. Allah Samad, lam yalid lam yulad. He is not given birth. He is not born or give birth. He doesn't give birth, or he was not born from anything or any creature, because he is the first and he is the last. Allah Samad, lam yalid lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. He is not the same as anything. He is not the same. There's no similarity. I mean, there's no standard that is the same as Allah. Then Imam Ali said, were the cover to be removed, I would not increase in certainty. So that means just from his words there, we can see that his certainty has been uh, completed. I mean, 100% certain that the about Islam and Allah and the Prophet SAW. So if even if the his if his veil to if Allah remove his veil between him and Allah, it will not increase his certainty because his certainty has been is already 100%. And yeah, the good reads are Imam Al-Ghazali, mungkin Al-Mungin Al-Dalal, and Imam Abdullah Al-Haddad book of existence. These some books that we can refer to for this topic. And in fact, Imam Abdullah Al-Haddad, as mentioned on certainty, he defines certainty as power, firmness, and stability of faith, so great that it becomes as a towering mountain, which no doubts can shake and no illusions can rock. So certainty is the opposite of doubt. So we shouldn't have doubt in Allah. We should always have certainty in Allah. So in the book of existence, he recommended 3 ways to build certainty. First is to reflect on verses of Quran where Allah describes himself, and on hadith where the Prophet ﷺ describes Allah. So we should ponder on this, like in the Quran there are many ayats on this, and reflect on the creations of Allah. Uh, Second way is to reflect on the creations of Allah, and the third is to perform actions related to belief passionately, inwardly, and outwardly as much as we are able to do. So we should strive for the best when we perform our ibadah. Uh, so um, it's not come, but it's cave. There is a I met one Habib. Oh, yeah, what is his name? Habib Ali bin Shab. So he always emphasize on cave or come. Cave is how and come is how many. So quality and quantity. Cave is the quantity, a quality, and come is the quantity. So he said it's not the come, is the cave. It's not how many you do, how many worships or how many good deeds you do, but the quality of it. So he said is praying 10 rakats or 20 rakats, but you don't have a khusyuk, then might as well you just do 2 rakat with full khusyuk. That is much better. So it's the quality, not the quantity. So the level of khusyuk and actions will depends on our certainty. So we have to increase our certainty as much as we can. Then 3 degrees of certainty, also by Imam Haddad. People of the right hand, Ashabul Yamin, these are the people who have firm belief but with possibility of doubtful or shaky under certain circumstances. This is called faith. This is most of us have this. Al-Iman Yangus, what is that? Yazid wa Yangus. Al-Iman Yazid wa Yangus. The Iman or belief or faith increase and decrease. So this is normal for normal folks. Most people will have this belief, and sometimes shaky under certain circumstances and all this. And the second one is ones who have been brought near, mukarrabin. These are Allah have chosen them and brought near to Allah. They possess the hearts, the possession of the heart by faith, and it's establishing itself therein so firmly that its opposite becomes no longer possible. Here the unseen becomes as the seen. This is certainty. So these are the people who have certainty. Uh, the first one is they have faith, but they don't have certainty yet. They don't have like 100% certainty. Sometimes the iman is very strong and sometimes very weak. But the second part, the Mukarrabin, they have very strong certainty. because the unseen becomes as the seen. And the third one is the prophets and the true saints, Siddiqun, the true the true eyes of the prophets. Here the seen becomes seen. Here the unseen becomes seen, which is called unveiling or kashaf, and contemplation, mushahada. So the difference is the second one is the unseen becomes as the seen. The unseen becomes as the seen. But the third one is the unseen becomes seen. So they can see the veil have been lifted from them. Uh, so of course they have the mushahada, the witnessing of the truth. Uh, for most of us, we are still veiled by our sins, and well, so we of course our iman will go up and down, increase and decrease. So we have to strive and ask from Allah to bring our ranks and status up, to increase our certainty. The third one is sincerity or ikhlas. So ikhlas is sincerity or ikhlas is uh, there are three types, or you can say two or three. You can break it down. Okay, Imam Haddad have broke it down to three. Imam Ghazali broke it down to two. Well, Hassan is the same thing. Uh, Sincerity in actions. The first one is sincerity in actions. They try to maintain nearness to Allah. This is someone who try to maintain nearness to Allah by his actions, to respect Allah's commands and obey them, nothing more. So he is the sincerity through in actions. He does his worship or any good deeds is just to respect Allah's command and obey them, because Allah commanded to do so, so he do. And there is no intention in doing the worships or whatever good deeds. There is no expectation of rewards, or there's no fear of punishment from Allah. This is the like we can say that it's a superior type of sincerity. Then the second one is the sincerity in the intention for rewards. The intention is sincere because he is doing so for a reward from Allah. Uh, because in the Quran or the Hadith mentioned, doing this and this, such and such, will you will gain this as promised by Allah. So he is motivated by that, and he is sincere in doing the worship or deeds because of the rewards. This is the second type. And the third one is sincerity in intention for fear of punishment from Allah. The third one is the opposite of the second one. He does he does anything. He do the worship, the worshipping or the good deeds because of fear of punishment from Allah, and he is sincere in his intention for all the actions that he does, but because of fear of punishment from Allah. So the first one is different. It's not for his actions are not for rewards or no punishment. But the second one is for rewards. The third one is because of fear of punishment. So all above are good. Imam Haddad answered that all above are good, although the first category is superior. So, however, these are degrees which Allah have set us in. So Allah sometimes Allah have set some people to be in the first category, second some people in the second category, and some in the third category. So you have to just act in your category. There's no problem in doing in having sincerity, um, in having sincerity in the intention due to rewards or due to fear of punishment. There is no wrong in that. But although because we cannot choose our ranks, this is our category, we cannot choose Allah have placed us there because we are like motivated by rewards, or we are motivated, or the fear of punishment from Allah will motivate us to uh, do more proper worshipping, and prohibition. He will what is that? Not do what is prohibited by Allah. So these are motivations to him. So this is still okay. So we should act within our category and ask Allah to raise our ranks. For the first one is the superior ranks. Uh, and Ibn Umar said on sincerity, it is present when one wishes to be praised for something by only by Allah. So when Ibn Umar, according to Ibn Umar, you want to know if you have sincerity, it is present when one wishes to be praised for something only by Allah. So he is he is looking for praise from Allah, only from Allah. That's it. Because he's sincere and he's only doing it for Allah, nobody else. He don't care about any other people's praise, or uh, what is that opinion. Whatever is whatever matter is only Allah. So the key is to do it for Allah, seeking a reward or nearness from anyone. Then Allah is considered hypocrisy, syirik khafi. So doing any worshipping or good deeds with the intention of uh, having getting a reward from someone else, that is hypocrisy. So we only do good things and good opinion, good we do Allah's commands and good deeds. Our actions are just for Allah. Uh, so inshallah, if we are sincere, then Allah will uh, open up for us to have to to lift up, lift our ranks to a higher rank. So next one is humility. I think humility we can go next week. Inshallah. Allahu alam. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا انفعنا بما علمتنا ربي علمنا الذي ينفعنا ربي فقنا وفقه أهلنا وقرابة لنا في ديننا وأهل الكتر أنت وذكر ربي وفقنا وفقهم لما ترتضي قولا وفعلا كرما ورزق الكل حلالا دائما وأخلا أرجع علماء نحظى بالخير ونكفى كل شر. ربنا أصلح لنا كل شؤون وأجر بالرضا منك العيون واقضي عنا ربنا كل ديون قبل أن تأتينا رسل منون واغفر واستر أنت أكرم من ستر. وصلاة الله تغشى المصطفى من إلى الحق تعالى والوفاء بكتاب فيه للناس الشفاء وعلى الآل الكرام الشرفاء وعلى الصحب مصابيه الغرر. اللهم اهدنا بهداك واجعلنا ممن يسارع في رضاك ولا تولنا وليا سواك ولا تجعلنا ممن خلف أمرك وعصاك. وحسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.